kind of get. We always like to do a gear segment too, like what's your favorite guitar, you know, that kind of stuff. So,
well, the Rickenbacker's in the attic. So the 12 strings not even here. Let me hold on one second.
Okay,
sure.
There's a how can I do this? Let's see, I have to stand in front of it, don't I? This is a banjo.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's never pretty.
Let's see, how can we do this? The blue case is a mandolin. That's a 12-string Taylor. That's a Barrett brown case is a baritone Taylor. This is a
oh, nice.
It's a B bender on the acoustic guitar, which is I got it. I'll tell you this briefly. A cabbie saw me on the street and said, "Are you Sid Griffin?" A black cabbie, a London black cabbie. I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to go get my son." Who's this guy?
Hey, buddy.
At the swimming pool. My son says hello, and he said, "I'll give you a free ride." And I thought, great. He's a big fan. He sold me this B bender, acoustic B bender, for $300, and they're now my friend Howard Gillespie tells me they're worth about $1,000 now.
Stupid.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's this is not a Gibson Les Paul. It is the Orville. Oh, sorry guys, I'm not doing a very good there. Can you see
That's
that?
okay. Oh, wow.
That is an Orville, which they were made in Japan.
Yes.
Because well, okay, you guys are gearheads, you know what they are. And it's not even the Orville that says by Gibson on it, which means it's even better than just an Orville. But it is pound for pound for the money, a fabulous Les Paul. And I own a sort of on the last Long Ryders tour of America, I owned it's still in America. It's Steve McCarthy's house in Richmond. I own a Les Paul, a Burst, which is just beautiful. It's a reissue. It's not, and it's got the Peter Green Fleetwood Mac tone. So, but it's in Richmond. So I bought it from this Spanish kid who I've become friends with up the street, and it's an Orville, but it's great. It obviously doesn't have the punch of a 1959 gold top, but I mean, it was only like $700, which in America right now is something like $1,050, or maybe it's $975. One more, because the rest are all in the attic. This is not a 335. This is the 333, which was the same thing, same principle as the Orville. The Orville was made by the Japanese because they felt that the Gibson quality was slipping, as you guys probably know. Your listeners might not know, but you guys probably know, I admit, if you're gearheads. So they made the Orville, and then they made the Orville by Gibson, which is the Orville being made by the Japanese with Gibson higher quality parts. This is the 333, because the 335 was slipping. So they made the 333, and the guy I bought it from swears he didn't put the pick guard on, because of course the pick guard wasn't on the 333; it was just red.
Oh, wow.
Someone's put a pick guard on, I guess, to kind of make you think it's a 335.
Yeah.
And suspiciously enough, I bought the crown sticker, which you see between the on the headstock right here, because the 333 doesn't have a crown sticker. So I bought one and stuck it on there, and this will peel off just below my finger. So this is not a 335. This is a 333, which was its cheaper, yet in many instances better sounding Gibson model. So, you know, and now everyone says, nice 335, but it's not. In fact, one of the things you can tell why it's not is because if you look at the headstock, the Gibson's not very bright. And look how the sticker of the crown is bright.
Yeah.
You can see the dust on it.
Very cool.
So anyway, but it sounds amazing. It sounds amazing. And I'm a big fan of the Paul Butterfield Blues Band. So I call this one Elvin Bishop, and I call the Les Paul Mike Bloomfield, because that's the poor man's version of what those two guys played in that legendary band. And there's a Strata. Oh, what the hell? We're going this far. Most of the stuff, as I said, is in the attic, because oh, my wife's watching TV, but this is worth doing. Hold on one second. Honey, will only be a minute, says she, knowing I'm lying. Okay, this is unbelievable. See this? This is another. You guys must think I'm crazy. See this guitar? that looks like some seafoam green
Yeah.
ancient Fender Strat.
It's
And
exactly
the reality
what
of
it
the
looks like.
This reality of the situation. Sorry, hon. The reality of the situation is, I saw it advertised on Craigslist London for £75, and I thought, what's up with that? So I met this lovely hippie couple in their mid 70s. I'll go in here where it's quiet, son. And they told me, you know, we just want to get rid of it. And I thought maybe it's stolen or something. So what the bottom line is that seafoam blue guitar, I took it to two luthiers here in London who are called LA Guitars. Same two guys have been in a room for 44 years. One of them's just retired. And they're experts. They and the guys at Richmond Guitar, which are in Richmond, London, way far away from here, are the best. Well, there's a number of great luthiers in London. But the long story short is I took it to my two friends at LA Guitars, which is in London. And I said, what is this Strat? And they told me, they examined the whole, I paid $75 for it. Is it stolen? What is this thing? And because it plays great, it sounds great. I plugged it in. I took a little practice amp, not much bigger than your fist, and it worked. So I bought it. And they said, what it is in the late 70s, as we all know, China, mainland China, is a copyright infringement hotbed.
Oh, yeah.
They don't care about intellectual property. So, and a lot of places in Southeast Asia apparently didn't as well. So my two friends at LA Guitars, Chaim and the now retired David, told me that what the deal is, that guitar was made somewhere in Southeast Asia, Burma, Thailand, maybe mainland China, we're not sure. And they flooded the market in the Asiatic countries. And they're great guitars, and they're no more Fender than this bedroom slipper's a Fender guitar. You know, you just take the parts. You can take the wood, cut the wood the right size, put on some nice pickups, and you can. And they told me what you guys know and I know. You can buy the decal, which says
That's right.
So I said, but it looks just like a Fender. And they said, it's not, Sid. Believe me, 75 is about what it's worth. But I said, it sounds fantastic. And Chaim, David, and LA Guitars were explaining to me that what the reason that is as the pickup ages over the decades, and this is a guitar that maybe, they said it's probably made in 78 to 82 or 83, somewhere in there, can't say. As the pickups age, I don't understand the electronics of it. Without getting into middle school science, there's something about some pickups age particularly well if they're made well initially. They sound better. And some pickups that are made inexpensively with very little copper around the magnet, they never, sound any better. So anyway, that one sounds great. And it's kind of funny because some of the more rare guitars I have are in the attic because I'm terrified in London someone could bust in and steal something really amazing. I've got a Gretsch 6120 with Chet Atkins signed it. And it's from 1959. So that's orange, like Stills played in the Buffalo Springfield, or like Who's Next was recorded, believe it or not, on a Gretsch 6120, the orange rockabilly guitar of Eddie Cochran fame. It wasn't recorded on a Les Paul or an SG. Most of Who's Next was recorded. I didn't know that. Most of, believe me. I even asked the great man once, which is name dropping, but it's true because my first wife was dear friends with Virginia Astley, whose sister was Mrs. Pete Townsend. So anyway, most of Who's Next is on a Gretsch 6120 orange. So anyway, that's in the attic because if someone busts in, you wouldn't find it. Now, if someone steals the 333, which wasn't that expensive, used particularly, if they steal the Orville Les Paul, if they steal the 75 quid Fender Stratocaster, who cares? I mean, it's you're violated. Your house has been broken in. It's terrible. But if they steal the orange Gretsch, it costs a lot of money, and it's sort of an investment.
Right. Can't even replace it. We wouldn't be able to replace it. Sid, if you look behind me,
I have. I'm admiring. In fact, should I turn it this way? Yeah. Now, what is all that stuff? Snare drums and tom toms.
Well, that's a Ludwig bowling ball kit from '68. That's a Rogers kit from '64. That's a Ringo kit from '65. Ludwig Ringo 2012. And over here is a newer kit. That's a Ludwig Standard bronze Strata kit there.
Wow.
play with the band at 50 Fresh Pit that I just love. The band, this real rich song, 22 KG 16, six over hoops.
Wow.
It sounds so good.
Wow.
Back here, sorry, still off time.
Right.
This is a snare rack. That's a single fly, six snare there. That one sold a buddy of mine. That's a different snare. My favorite snare is probably this guy right here. That's a Slinger 1939 Slinger radio tune Buddy Rich. That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
a buddy of mine called me up here in Salem and said, hey, he works the drum. He said, hey, I got an old drum. You want it? I said, sure. It came out and goes, how about $10? I said, here's 20. So it was one of those cool deals.
Hey, Troy, your audio is kind of messed up.
Is it? Okay.
No, I should be on the computer. It might help, but I couldn't set everything up because my son is it's his computer time. So for me to get on the computer, it's a family argument. So I'm on an iPhone. Sorry.
No worries. We've done a few shows on iPhones. It's all trial and error with the Zoom stuff. So
where are you guys? You're Craig. That's Troy. Where are you all?
We have a radio show in Seymour, Indiana.
Are you both in Seymour?
Well, he lives in Salem.
Okay.
So you grew up in Louisville, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you were about 50 miles from Seymour.
Yeah, I know where you guys are. Sure,
Yeah.
I know that part of the world really well. I used to go up to Madison to play bluegrass with some farmers.
Yeah.
You went to Ballard High School, you said?
Yeah, I went to Ballard. And it's I'm trying to think. Somebody told me that what's the Jennifer Lawrence went to Ballard for a year.
Oh, yeah.
And my daughter got all excited and said, "Did you go to Ballard when Jennifer Lawrence was there?" I said, "When I went to Ballard, Jennifer Lawrence wasn't born. Was not born. She's only like 30-something." So
that touches on a topic. Did you hit any of those clubs in Louisville, like the Kaleidoscope, or ever go to any of those clubs at all?
did I go to the clubs?
Yeah, there in Louisville. I don't know what when you were there. The Kaleidoscope.
No, I didn't because I was too young. But it's funny. Today, I do a podcast, just an audio, and I was putting one together today, and I was putting on some songs from a Louisville band called Soul Incorporated.
Great band.
Who later became part of split off into Elysian Field. And I saw some of these people when they would play at, say, Cherokee Park or what was the other place? When they play outdoors for free, I could see these bands. I was a kid. So I saw the Oxfords when I was 13 or 14. And my sister says I saw a very early NRBQ, but I don't remember it. I remember playing with NRBQ years later when I was a fan and on the bill with them, but I don't remember seeing them in Louisville. And besides the Oxfords, the Soul Incorporated, there's another biggie from that band, from that era that I saw. And they were good. The Rugbies. That's it. The Rugbies. I saw the Rugbies. Howerton was from the next neighborhood over to me. So you could walk a stiff walk from my house to the Howerton house. So he was in the Rugbies and briefly in something else, like maybe Soul Incorporated. I can't remember. And yeah, I saw the Rugbies. One more, the Waters. Do you know who that is? They had a song called Day In and Out. Check it out. It's on YouTube. Day In and Out. I found out. And it was a big pop hit in Louisville. And I also, I don't remember, but Fred Davison, who was in the alphabetical order, says my mother took me to see the alphabetical order in 66 or 67 when I'd been 11 or 12. I don't remember that. The Oxfords and stuff I remember. And as just a really weird aside that only people like you guys would appreciate. About 10 years ago, I'm waiting for my daughter, who's now at university, to get out of elementary school. She's about to, graduate. I'm waiting there. It's late spring. And a guy comes up to me that I haven't seen. A father comes up to me in the schoolyard and says, "Are you Sid Griffin?" I look up at this guy. He's much younger than me. I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, hi, I'm so-and-so. My dad said to say hi to you." And I said, "Who's your dad?" I'd never heard the guy's name. And I said, "Well, why does your dad want to say hi to me?" He goes, "My dad was in the Oxfords." And
Oh,
I said,
cool.
"You're joking." I said, "Where's your dad now?" He's in San Francisco. He's an attorney, and he's followed your career. And I said, "Well, I followed your dad's career. I now know who you are. And tell your dad I send my love and respect because I saw them play. In fact, I saw them play twice." And he said, "Yeah, all those guys know who you are, and they're really proud of you." And so I was really thrilled by that. That meant a lot to me.
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. So now,